Yeah, thanks for that introduction, Emma, and thank you so much for organising this today, and everyone who's taken the time to tune in from wherever you are. So, yeah, really quickly, my name's Nat. I'm a passionate home gardener. I absolutely love growing my own food. So a few months ago, when I was offered a short contract to work with Green Adelaide around this website called Grow It Local and work with our local councils around supporting residents to grow more food at home, I thought I'd kind of hit the jackpot. It was kind of a bit of a dream job, and I've been loving it ever since, and working with Darryl here, who is one of the co-founders of Grow It Local. So I'm going to show you what this site is. I'm really so Grow It Local, what I absolutely love about these guys, a group of people from the eastern states have created this incredible website really dedicated to connecting growers and supporting people to grow food at home. I love their ethos, I love what they do, and it's been an absolute pleasure to work with them. And what I love is they really are committed to this idea that connecting with other growers is one of the most powerful things that we can do. We can be inspired, we can share, we can connect. We're going to be healthier and happier when we do. So this is this is Grow It Local. I've already got an account. I'm not going to show you how to create an account now because it's really straightforward. Signing up, what I'm going to do is show you around the great aspects of the Grow It Local site. So when I first came onto this site, what I got most excited about was this search function. So when you join, you have the option to create a profile, and you do that through this process called mapping your patch. And it's your opportunity to show with people kind of your garden and share a little bit about who you are, what you're growing, and what you're interested in. And through this function here, the search function, you can find other people in your area that are growing. So what I like to do is just to zoom in here. And if we come into Australia, sorry people on other parts of the country, I am going to just focus here, being that most of us are around here. And what I might do, and as you can see, these are all the people that have mapped their patch in Adelaide. So Grow It Local only really formally came to Adelaide, I guess December-ish, maybe November last year. So just in the last few months, you can see we've had a lot of people engage with the site and start mapping their patch and sharing who they are. So I click on this little icon here. This is actually my veggie garden, I can show you. And down here, you can see some photos that I've taken to share with people about, what my garden looks like, what I'm growing, what I'm interested in. This, I think, is a lot of fun. So you can have fun looking in your local area to find who is growing near you, what are they growing, what are they interested in, and reach out to those growers through this site and make those connections. So just coming back in again, because what I realized as an example, I think it was this one. Yeah, Alex's patch. I realized I saw this a little while ago, and I just had a reminder tonight when I jumped back on here that I can see there's someone, Alex, who's just around the corner from me, who's selling seedlings. So I've already just sent Alex an email tonight, reaching out to him about that, and looking forward to making that connection. And this is kind of what gets me really excited about this site, is how can we connect with other growers in our area and our communities. So through our profiles, if you map your patch and you create a profile, as Alex have and as I have, what you can also do is share with people. You can make listings to let people know if you have excess produce, seeds, seedlings, etc. So here on my profile, you can see that I've let people know that I've got some organic bunches of parsley. I've let them know that you can pick them up from Wayville, and they can get in contact with me if they're interested. So through this site, the way they've set it up is you can sell your produce, you can sell your seeds or your seedlings, or you can give them away or swap. So that's a lot of fun and a really lovely way to connect as well. So through the search function, we can also search by some other categories. Just to give you a bit of a feel here, if I search by local produce and food, and then I zoom in on Adelaide, as you can see, this is a user-generated site, so it's still in the early stages, but I can see who around Adelaide through this site has some different things that they're wanting to sell or give away. So let's have a look at Amanda's. I'm not sure which. Oh, so she's got honey. If you're wanting some local homemade honey there, we could go and reach out to Amanda. Or let's look at one more. What have we got here? Oh, some chilies. So that's a really nice function, and I think has a lot of potential. While I know a lot of people use their buy nothing groups to give and swap produce, this is really dedicated towards home growing and connecting people kind of around this space. So I'm excited to see this grow over time, and hear about the connections people are making. I think Darryl actually, which one was it? It must be up here. Is it Sophie's patch? I think Darryl got a lovely delivery of some organic chamomile from Sophie here in Adelaide, sent over to him in New South Wales, which was nice to hear about. So that's the search function that you can use, and showing and highlighting how people can have a profile and share their garden. I know for me personally, as a grower, I most learn through being inspired by other people's gardens, and sometimes I get to see people's gardens in person and visit different people's homes and be inspired, but I've seen a lot more insights into people's gardens through this site than I ever have had the opportunity to physically go and visit. So I'm constantly being inspired by the different vegetables and the different species and different things people are growing. You did just miss the awards. So Grow It Local have this really fun annual event called the Grow It Local Awards. There was some different categories that you can see here, lots of different ways for people to get involved, from the biggest vegetable, the wonkiest vegetable, chicken names, etc. The winners are about to be announced soon, but I just wanted to show you on Instagram, because to enter, you uploaded your photo to Instagram or to Facebook with the hashtags. And here we can see I've used the Grow It Local Awards hashtag here to find all of the entries on Instagram. And this gives you a bit of a feel about the fun people are having with the biggest vegetables. Look at that one, the tromboncini, different beautiful tomatoes. These kids, one of the categories was vegetable that most looks like. So we've got some kids here, I think, doing trombones with their tromboncinis, which was super cute. And as you can see, just a really great celebration of colour and food and community coming through. So the awards, I think, and Darryl, I think, really summarises as well, and I've heard him talk about it, really capture the heart and the essence of what Grow It Local is about, which is connecting and inspiring our vegetable growing and home growing and eating and sharing of food. And so jumping back to the site, there's blogs, some excellent blogs. I know that some people really love to read about different tips and tricks and things in the garden and different recipes that come up through here. What I really love is it stays really fresh and up to date, and you'll get different blogs coming through really relevant to what's happening in the garden. So I didn't get a chance to try Darryl's fritters, zucchini fritters. I probably should have, given how many excess zucchinis we had in the garden, probably like a lot of people here. And for example, here, you know, some tips and strategies for how to preserve tomatoes at home. So the blog is space is a great one to just keep an eye on and check out what's happening there. This gets me through to what I see as the real one of the real values of this site is the experiences, events and workshops that you can find out about and participate through the Grow It Local site. So here on the workshop tab, you can see some upcoming workshops and events. The online ones tend to be ones that have been organised through Grow It Local, and the other ones are workshops that some of our councils and community members are running. So by clicking on these, you can see, so here's one we have coming up this Saturday. This has actually been supported by Green Adelaide. We have Clem Newchurch, who is a local Ghana Narungga Gugutha man, and he's going to be talking about local Ghana native plants as food and fibre. He's got incredible art and cultural skills around weaving and making, using plants and weaving to make nets for fishing. And he's going to be giving us a talk around local Ghana approach to food. So a little bit different from growing of vegetables at home. Most of the workshops do focus on that. A really excellent opportunity for us to learn about Ghana agriculture and culture. So to attend one of these workshops, you would add it to your cart. They're all free, and that's part of the benefit of being connected to Grow It Local. Well, they're actually free if your council is involved in the program, and then there's a few bonus tickets for people in council areas that aren't connected. I realize I didn't explain that part, and maybe I'll just deviate quickly. I realize it's almost already 7:30. So Grow It Local works in partnership with councils, and councils sign up to the program, giving their residents access to Grow It Local. And so here in Adelaide, Green Adelaide has funded access to the site for the 17 metro councils in our region. What is really lovely is that if you're outside of one of those councils who is formally in the program, you can still access this site. You can make your profile, you can share and sell your produce, and there are a few tickets in each council up for grabs, and you can attend these workshops. And that's so Grow It Local can reach out to your councils and say, hey, look, there's people in your council that are using our site that are really interested in this. Why don't you get involved? So regardless of where you are, there's lots of ways you can engage with this site. So you add it to your cart. It's really simple. Check out, it's free. That just reserves you a space. So for some of these workshops, you can have hundreds of people join. For some of them, like the Ask an Expert sessions that they have, so this one here, my understanding, and Darryl, please jump in if I'm getting anything wrong here, is that that's for 100. They only have 100 tickets for those. So as you can see, coming up in Adelaide, there's some other things happening. We have Marion are doing Growing Greens and Herbs workshop. That's free. That's been hosted by the Marion City Council. So as you can see through this site, it's a great way to stay up to date with what's happening in this space. And being a user-generated site, the more we all use it and realize this really is our one-stop shop, and has the potential to be our one-stop shop to find out about events happening in your local area. There's a really great potential here to see this just grow and thrive and connect growers all over the place.
I guess maybe one of the only things to possibly add would be just sort of in summary, so Grow It Local presents a way to connect with fellow like-minded growers in your community. It's made possible through the support of local council involvement. There are monthly free live workshops that you can participate to hopefully get inspired and learn extra skills, tips and tricks to help us all become better growers. Further to that, there are monthly Ask an Expert sessions that you can use to come along and get advice about any challenges you might be having in the garden. So get some support there. And probably just finally to that, you know, we're a very sort of impact-driven organisation. So we really generally believe that growing food is just one of these almost like magical green bullets that can help solve so many of society's big issues. It's something that's good for us as individuals, it's good for our communities, and it's good for the planet too. And on that note, we sort of, once a year, we produce an annual impact report, which showcases the collective impact that we're having as a community of growers in communities across the country. So that's things like the CO2 offset that's being achieved, food waste diversion, community connection, the list goes on there. So yeah, you'll, as a member, you'll be kept abreast of that just at the start of spring each year. So thanks very much, Nat.
No worries. Thanks for jumping in there and summarising so well as you do, Darryl. I guess it is your baby and it is your passion. So you have all the all that language there ready to go. Just to realise one little thing. This was part about learning how to use the site, and there's this one little tip and trick that I didn't realise straight up. And is my screen still being shared? So when you have your profile, if you do, which I hope that you do, and you share with the world the fabulous garden that you're growing, it's over here in the dashboard that you can really easily make changes to your profile. So as we can see here, I click on the dashboard, and this gets me kind of my little behind the scenes bit. And I can use this here to change my patch photos or to change any information on my profile. And you can see my listings here. So really easily I could be like, oh, actually I've run out of zucchinis. I'm going to edit this now to just be the tomatoes, because I've still got tomatoes. Close and save. So it's really that easy to update, delete your listings that you've made here. And to make a listing, it's really easy as well. You just go to my listings and you can say new product, and that could be a workshop that you're running if you're part of a group, or it could be that you have some seeds that you want to give away. There we go, finishing.
And just, I know we said we'd keep this short. A couple of things, a few that came up in the chat.
Yes.
Someone asked about getting kind of regular updates on tasks and things to do in the garden. And Darryl said that there is a monthly newsletter that comes out from Paul West.
Yes.
And over the next, so it's been quite an East Coast platform, I guess, but as you see this rolled out in Adelaide and South Australia, or pushed a lot more, I think you'll see a lot more kind of local content too. All the workshops that have happened in the past, you can catch up on. Those recordings are there, so you can kind of go back in and find all this past content. Someone was talking about like specific gardening advice. So really the best place, if you can't find, you know, a past workshop or a blog that's on your particular topic, you know, natural weed control or whatever it might be, the monthly Ask an Expert sessions are great to register and actually ask personal questions and get kind of that specific gardening advice back from someone. If you're involved in a community garden or a school or a council or a community centre, you can also register your patch in that way and list your own events up there too.
I do really want to show people, if I can, how they can access all those past fabulous workshops. So when we're in the workshops area here, these are all the ones coming up, upcoming. Just scrolling down here, you have just so much fabulous content. These are all workshops that have happened in the past, so they're on demand. You can watch them anytime. So I'll just show you one. For example, we've got Morag here, who's fabulous, talking about permaculture. You simply just press play. They're all embedded. So just an example, there's hours of just fabulous content about soil and composting and permaculture and how to grow big vegetables. And you can just watch just some of Australia's leading garden experts. And if you do miss a workshop that you're excited to see, never fear. I think about a week later, it's usually up on the site.
A lot of Adelaide Metro Councils and the Environment Centres, myself and the Adelaide Sustainability Centre are also trying to do a fair bit of programming that's really aimed at beginner gardeners or people just getting started. So look out for lots of really great events.